Your what's up, everybody? It's your boy Orlando, aka King Smitty, and I'm here today just with another update on my portfolio, as well with three stocks to consider buying for the future, right? And these three stocks are all coming from three industries that are good to invest in the future as well. But before we get started into that, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and support your boy. I'm on my way to 100 subscribers. I definitely appreciate that. And if you look, we'll put it up here. You can see my portfolio is up 44.08% year to date in comparison to the S&P 500, which is up roughly, let's say 7% year to date. So right now, my portfolio is crushing the S&P 500. For this portfolio, I am probably going to sell some Tesla. I'm strongly considering that. And then once it drops a little bit lower, buy back in, just so that way I keep my profits that I made, come back into where I was already at. And then for the three best stocks to buy, well, really this video is three industries to buy into, and within those industries I'm gonna provide three stocks, all of them under $10, which may not be the very best stocks in the industry, but they're affordable stocks that you can load up on, and I do believe that they will be good in the future. So the first industry I want to talk about is the AI stocks, artificial intelligence. And for that industry, I would like to discuss ticker symbol PLTR. That is Palantir, and that stock is $8.09 right now. And Palantir creates a custom-made AI, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning application for large government and commercial organizations. Their software assists in counter-terrorism investigations and operations. Palantir's defense-oriented program, its Gotham platform, shall I say, which uses AI to deliver analytical insights, played a role in helping the CIA locate Osama bin Laden. At one point, Palantir was considered a leader in the AI and the ML, which is machine learning platforms. They were considered one of the leaders. Well, the leader. As of quarter four of 2022, Palantir, they beat earnings estimates, and it is guided that they're actually going to become profitable sometime in 2023, this year. U.S. commercial consumers, the account grew roughly 79% in 2022. So there's room for it to grow. It's becoming profitable. It's under $10. We can load up on this. Let's look at the chart really fast. And you can see the blue line is a low. It might not be the 52-year low, 52-week low, but it's the most recent low. I'm looking at the weekly chart. So if it breaks below $5.84, that blue resistance support line, I will let it fall until it finds another floor, and then I will look into buying in then. The resistance looks to be roughly, it doesn't have the number up there. I would say $9 maybe, where that yellow line is. But another resistance is that orange diagonal line as well. So if it hits either one of those, it could bounce, but at the same time it is making a short-term ascending triangle. So if it breaks above that, it could fly to roughly $12 in the short to mid-term. But if it doesn't, it could fall down to that support line at $5.84. You can see the MACD, it has been trending up higher. And the RSI, it doesn't show that it's oversold or overbought. So I do believe it does has the possibility in the short term, the mid term, to break up on that ascending triangle, but at the same time, you have to look at the market overall. So the overall market is dropping heavily. Then it's very much possible that this stock can drop with the market, unless something out of the ordinary happens to this stock specifically. It'll probably follow the market, right? So that was the first industry and the first stock. The second industry I want to talk about is electric vehicles. We know electric vehicles. And then before I go that, for the AI stocks, there's other AI stocks, of course. You got AI3 you can look at. You have NVIDIA. Amazon messes with AI a little bit. Google. Microsoft has the Chat GPT. So there's all kind of AI plays. I don't want you to think that this is the number one. This is just one of my favorite ones under $10. And the same thing goes with electric vehicles. There's Tesla. There's Rivian. There's Lee. There's all kind of electric vehicle plays. Ford is going to electric vehicle. Everything. But one of my favorite ones under $10 is NIO. Ticker symbol NIO. Currently at $9.01, right? This electric vehicle maker is located in China. And as we know, or if you don't know, I'm going to let you know right now, China has the world's largest automobile market, right? China zero COVID policy also has been lifted as well, I do believe. And the demand for the NIO's automobiles is still strong. Analyst has this stock price target at $25, which is roughly $137 upside, 137% upside from where it's at right now. And NIO introduces a new model for their vehicle roughly every year. NIO also has the battery as a service subscription, BaaS, which allows their customers to swap, upgrade, and charge the batteries for their vehicles. And me personally, I've made a lot of money and I've lost a lot of money in NIO. Mostly because I've been practicing with my options, and I thought that was going to be the stock that I focus on with my options. Now I do see I'm probably going to just do the S&P 500 ETF SPY with my options, but NIO was my first one that I wanted to work with. So I made a lot of money, I lost a lot of money, and right now I'm currently averaging my price down because I'm still in the 20s in this one. Because after I bought my shares, I was just gonna let it sit and just do options with it. But I do currently own this stock, and I am currently bringing my price down. If you look at this chart right here, boom, it is in a descending pattern right now. It's in a channel. It is descending. I would say $8.03 is probably the most recent low for the stock. If it breaks below that, hands is off, let it fall. Once it falls and it finds a new floor, I'll buy it. I didn't have any horizontal resistance lines marked on here, but I believe we'll say $10, because $10 is one of those mental resistance lines for people. I read that in a book, that even numbers are resistance, even if it's not like the actual resistance on the chart. It's like a mental resistance, because people like to buy at even numbers and like to sell at even numbers. So we'll say that $10 is a resistance line for NIO. But for this one, I'm probably just going to keep buying until I bring my price a little bit lower. Maybe once I get 30 shares of this, I'll probably chill on it, because I'm not loading up heavy on this one right now. Like I'm saying, I'm focusing on maybe Palantir, and then the third stock I'm going to talk about after this, I've been loading up on that one a little bit. And then in this portfolio where I'm doing this one, this isn't my portfolio that I'm doing for YouTube either. YouTube is more like my buy and hold portfolio. This one, I have my high flyers in this portfolio where I'm buying NIO where I'm going to be putting Palantir at, and then the third stock on this list. That's my high flyer portfolio. I'm trying to see if that one's going to catch my YouTube portfolio, and it's doing all right so far. But for the third stock, I have made a lot of money on this one as well. So far we talked about AI stocks. We talked about electric vehicle stocks. I gave you two stocks, both under $10. And so for this last one, I'm going to talk about neobanks. Not neo like the electric vehicle cars. They're not doing cars and banks. They're not that good. No. This is NEO banks, which is kind of like virtual banks in a sense. Almost fintech type in a sense. But the stock I want to talk about is SoFi. Ticker symbol SOFI. Currently at $5.75 right now. And it is a provider of financial as well as lending services. So they have your banking needs and they also have your lending needs. Since the company does provide lending services, the loan freeze for the student loans has affected them, as well as the entire banking fiasco with Silicon Valley Bank collapsing or crashing. Both of those kind of affected SoFi because Silicon Valley is like the big dog. They're like one of the top banks around. And so once the top dog falls, every bank underneath it kind of feels a tremble. But the smaller ones, they really feel it because people feel like they're a little bit more risky, right? But SoFi differs from Silicon Valley because most of their clients and their funds in their bank was uninsured, because the federal government only insures $250,000. So if the bank loses $250,000, the government ensures that you're going to get that back. Most of their clients were large businesses, millionaires. So a lot of the funds that was in their accounts were uninsured from the government. SoFi, they're using not me, I don't have a SoFi account, but the average day investor, not even investor, just average day person. So we don't have millions of dollars just lying around. A lot of us don't even have $100,000 in our bank accounts just sitting there. So, whereas I think Silicon Valley might have had 80% of their clients or their funds in their bank uninsured, SoFi might have 0.27% of the funds uninsured. So it's even if SoFi was to collapse in that sort of sense, majority, 99% of their customers' funds would be insured by the government and be able to get them back. You feel me? So it's a little different in a sense. So I do believe once we find out what's going on with this student loan freeze, I do kind of feel like this freeze is happening as a political thing for the election. Because as we know, we're already kind of in a recession right now. And if Biden just be you know what, y'all paying them loans back, that's going to be another negative hit under his name. So I'm not saying that he's going to cancel loans or say that they're or you have to pay them back. I don't know which one he's going to do, but I do feel like that decision will be made after the next presidential election. And if not, it'll happen only way it'll happen right before the presidential election is if maybe let's say Biden's behind on the polls. It's just my personal opinion, nothing's fact. And he's behind the polls, he'll be you know what? Cancel student loans. Just so he can get a little boost in the runnings, you feel me? So I feel like he's using that as a political play in a sense. But once the student loans issues or freeze either resolve or continues, and then the whole thing from the Silicon Valley Bank collapse kind of brushes over, I think SoFi will be in a great position to run. I've been making money, like I said, swing trading this. You can look at this stock real quick. And I usually try to buy, you see the bottom is at $4.24. I usually try to buy around $4.80, $4.75, all the way up into like $5.80. I buy roughly in that range, and then I've been selling at roughly $9, $8.50, taking nice little profits. And then once it come back down, I'll buy it again. But now I'm just gonna be buying, loading up my position for the long haul. So that way, in a few years, I'll see where this is at, and then hopefully I got a lot of growth out of that. Those are my 3 industries I think is going to be really profitable in the future: neobanks, electric vehicles, and artificial intelligence. There are other ones as well. Lithium mining companies, I feel like, are going to be great. And there's a few other ones as well. But let me know in the comments, what industries do you feel like are going to be great growth industries in the next 5 years, 10 years? And not only give me an industry, but give me a stock in that industry. If you can, let it be under $10, because I'm not rich and I'm trying to load up on things, so in the future when they do grow, I get a good little profit from them. So let me know that in the comments, y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me so far. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. Yeah.